Alright guys, in this video we're going to be rebuilding the suspension on the Honda Shadow. I went ahead, I bought some Racetech springs, so I'm going to be upgrading them with something roughly 60% stiffer. So we're going to go install them in the bike. I'll show you the process and we'll go for a test right at the end of the video, so let's get into it. I've already got them disassembled, cleaned up. I've got one side done over here. Just gonna finish up this other side. The next step here, what we're doing is we're going to temporarily put the spring in. Going to add the spacer. And we're going to go ahead and compress it and put this on. What that let us do, we can get the screw in the bottom and fasten it. So the next step here is going to be driving this oil seal. So we know the seal is fully seated when that groove is fully exposed, because we're going to be putting this snap ring in there. We'll fit it over the top like so, and it should snap into place. Just like that. Now what we'll do is we're gonna add our fork oil. The amount doesn't matter, we're just gonna keep adding it. We're gonna pump it up and down to bleed all the air bubbles, and eventually we'll get down to measuring it. Now if you're using stock springs and spacers, your oil height is gonna be different, but when you're using these Racetech springs, they recommend 140 millimeters from the top here, which is 5.5 inches. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna stick it down, measure, and see where the oil residue is. So currently I don't see it on there. We're gonna add little by little. So we'll go ahead and drop it in. Need to put washers on both ends, one washer there. We have our spacer. Washer. Last thing we gotta do is just install the dust seal. So that's it. Next we're gonna get them installed on the bike, and then remember, before we put the wheel on, we're gonna need to torque these two bolts here and these caps. Alright guys, this is the last step we gotta do right here. We're gonna tighten these crank bolts down. There it is, guys. We'll go for a ride tomorrow and we'll see how it is.